In this video, we are going to format and refresh a pivot table. Here you can see we have a very simple pivot table, and what I want to do is a little bit of formatting just to make it look nicer. I'm going to click in the pivot table, and then I'm going to go up to my menu bar and choose Design. And under Design, I have these pivot table styles that I can just automatically apply. So I'm going to open that up to see the different styles. And as I roll over them, you can see that the pivot table itself is changing. And I'm going to choose this green style, and it should go ahead and change it. So there's my style. I'll click on it, and now my pivot table is updated. I would also like to go ahead and center my values under count of location, just so that it's maybe a little easier to read. I can do that by choosing the values or the cells that I want to center, and then I'll go to my Home tab, and just like I would for a normal cell, I can do center alignment, and now they're centered. Pivot tables are a little different from everything else in that if I change the underlying data, the pivot table won't automatically display the changes. And the reason for this is that if you have a super large data set and you build a pivot table off of it, you don't want it to refresh every time you make a change to the data because it could take 7 or 8 seconds. What that means, though, is that if we change our data, our pivot table is now inaccurate unless we refresh it. As an example, we currently have 7 sales in Milford and 5 in Silver Lake. I'm going to go back to my car sales, and I'm going to change this last one from Silver Lake to Milford. So now we should have 8 and 4. If I come back to my sheet 4, which is my pivot table, you'll see that it's still 7 and 5. To refresh it, I have to click somewhere in the pivot table, go to Pivot Table Tools, choose Analyze, and then click Refresh. And that's all I need to do, and now the pivot table is updated.